We are live. Good morning, everybody. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I'm downloading a Zoom that I've just come off and it's still lagging a bit. So that's why we're a bit late. Anyway, good morning to everybody. I hope you're really well. I've got a really exciting live this week because I've got the awesome and gorgeous Ina with me. And Ina is going to talk to you about quite a lot of things today, hopefully. So before we get kicked off, for those of you that don't know me, and why wouldn't you, I'm Mandy Nicholson, and I'm the Creative Genius Consultant, an artist, an author, a retreat owner in Scotland, and I help awesome women to launch, grow, and scale their businesses and make more money. And if you're watching us today, Ina is one of those women. She is just about to step out with her very first webinar and step out of the Creative Mastermind after a year with us. And I'm really excited for the direction in which her business is going, but she's got a fantastic offer and freebie tomorrow. And I thought it was a great opportunity to talk about the journey and to talk about what she's about to launch. So, Ina, introduce yourself. Tell everybody what you do.
Wow, how can I follow this one up? So yes, hi, I'm Ina. I'm the BEO of BeelieVA Business Support. I run a virtual assistant agency for neurodivergent business owners, and I am running my first webinar for new and aspiring VAs to help them become VAs. So that's what's happening tomorrow. I've written a guide for new VAs, and I'm starting a program in September with the first cohort. Yeah.
It's exciting. Well, no, I mean, I think it's important to know like where you are now and where you came from. When did that start for you? Tell everybody when your journey started as actually, I think I don't want to work for somebody else anymore, and I want to become this assistant that helps other businesses.
Yeah, it started, well, it's a bit of a long journey, so I'm going to give you the short version of it. So obviously COVID hit and everything changed for everybody during COVID. I think, a lot of things happened, a lot of personal losses, a lot of disasters, me then kind of losing my mind a little bit for a while. And once I came out of that, I still lose my mind some days, but that's a different story. I decided, I can't do the 9 to 5 anymore. Something has to give. And I did some research, and because I've been an admin all my life, so I have 30 years, yes, I'm that old, of admin experience. And I thought, you know what, that's what I can do. So set up my business, and we are now, nearly 4 years in, and I run a pretty successful business, and niched down to not to virtual assistants, to neurodivergent business owners, because I have plenty of clients like you and others that are neurodivergent. So it happened, and it put me on my own journey of discovery as well. And yeah, and ever since I started, because I love teaching people and I love supporting people, I thought, maybe at some point I can teach people how to do this. And that point came last year after speaking to you and after being in 1 or 2 of your retreats. Well, the first retreat, and I was like, so let me start looking at this. And I've written the guide, which I've written in probably a weekend, at least the bare bones of it. It was just like, because I know what I'm talking about, and it's so close to me and so close to my heart. I was like, yeah, okay, let me just write this. So I was sitting on the couch watching something on TV while typing away.
So that's a VA guide. So that's for VAs that are starting out, and that's a whole. This is what you do to get started guide, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Put a link to that on the description. I've put the link to the webinar, but if you can put the link in the comments when we're finished, that would be great. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's your kind of was your starting point, wouldn't it? I can write the guide for other people and show them how I did it.
Yeah, because when I was at your retreat, we did our mind map and our vision map, and one of these things was the VA school. It was on there, and I was like, yeah, that's in a few years' time. Well, let's just put it on there. Well,
Yep.
we kind of moved faster than expected.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, but and so it should, because you've gone from don't want to work for a corporate anymore to struggling like everybody did in COVID and how can I make it happen, to becoming a VA and finding a few clients, to building a six-figure business, to now going, I can teach other VAs how to build a six-figure business because I've done it, and I've done it in a few short years. And that is a hell of a journey.
It is.
And there may be somebody sitting out there today going, could I make money helping other businesses by doing administration? Well, actually, Ina is the proof that that can happen.
Yeah.
And now you are going to teach them how to do it, yeah?
Exactly. And I'm fully aware not everybody wants to run a six-figure business, right?
Yeah.
I didn't set out to do this. It just happened. So, and it's great, but for some people, success might not be the six figures.
No.
It might just be, I want to work 20 hours a week additionally to what I'm doing now, work around my kids, have financial freedom, have just the flexibility that comes with it, and if that's your goal, that's what we're going to work towards. And it's just knowing that what is your ideal, what's your dream, what do you want to achieve? Do you want to just do this so you can take your family on holiday 3 times a year?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead, please do. I wish I could. I could, but I like working too much.
Hi, we've got somebody saying hi. Hi, Victory. So I think you are the living proof then that whatever your goal is, working for yourself, working from home, working in your own time, fitting it around your family, you can make a really good living from it. Yeah?
Yes, you can.
You're interested in this, Victory? Absolutely. The link to sign up for Ina's webinar is in the description. So if you haven't got it, I'll come and check. You're on YouTube by the look of it. Definitely go to the webinar.
Yeah. And if not, just check my website, BeelieVA.co.uk. It's there as well. So yeah. Or just look me up on the socials. I'm everywhere. So.
Absolutely everywhere. Yeah. So don't miss out. In fact, I'll put the link in the comments here while you're talking. So
perfect.
What's the first step then? Obviously, tell people about your webinar. What's happening tomorrow?
So the webinar is about my journey, how I started. Obviously, I gave you the kind of crash course here in like 2 minutes. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, and a timeline on how this happens, because people are like, oh, can I build a business in 3 months? Yes, you absolutely can. You might not have clients by the end of that yet, but you've built your business and you're ready to go, and that's what it's about. And it's showing you the kind of 7 steps on how to get there, and what to do and what it all involves. And yeah, it's going to be very exciting. It's obviously going to be my first one. So, and there's going to be some special bonuses as well, which I'm not going to talk about today, but there are some special bonuses if you're signing up tomorrow. So, because obviously, as I said, I'm going to run my course in September. So the webinar is the first step towards that. So, I'm really excited to kind of talk about my story in much more detail and answer the questions that other people ask during that webinar. It's going to be very interactive. It's not going to be death by PowerPoint or Canva point, whatever it's called. Because my brain sometimes goes in 2 directions. And as you know, I can talk for Britain, just to keep me on track as well, so this webinar doesn't turn into a 2-hour webinar.
So the webinar is really telling people about you. It's introducing what your offers are going to be, your new course.
Yes.
So talk a little bit, just give us a couple, you don't have to talk a lot because I know it's all very new, but what could people expect then if they wanted to work with you and they wanted you as their teacher?
They can expect my colorful self. And well, the program, I'm going to offer different options, but if you're kind of choosing the probably the most popular option that is there, which includes the community as well, and me as your kind of captain and
Yeah.
guide. We're gonna run weekly sessions, so like implementation calls or just calls to catch up and ask questions, Q&As. We're gonna have master classes as well in there. There's gonna be weekly drops for course content, so it's gonna be 12 weeks in total of content for the course. So there's going to be anything in there from mindset to, branding, to marketing, social media, pricing, niching down or not.
Mm-hmm.
Loads of content in there. I'm about halfway through writing the course. The bare bones are there, but obviously all the details. And I keep putting more and more in, and I'm like, okay, I need to calm down.
Well, it's
Because
exciting, isn't it? It's exciting being
it
in the
is.
position now to be able to bring people on this journey with you.
And because this is the first cohort, so I'm going to run it on a cohort base, because I find that if you're in a community, if you're with other people that are in the same boat as you, that build your business, you're building together. And
Yeah.
that's a great thing. And that's a great support system to have, because there are a lot of VAs out there, and they're going to continue to be a lot of VAs out there because there's more and more entrepreneurs out there,
Yeah.
which then in turn need VAs. And we're all different. We specialize in different things. I have VAs in my team that do copywriting, others do social media, others do research, others do just.
Oh, we've got a freeze.
Oh, have we
You
unfrozen?
froze.
Yes.
Yeah, you froze. So others do research, and then others do, and then you froze.
Yes. So, well, at least it got through that.
Yes.
So, because we are all so different. So in the cohort, there might be all kinds of different VAs that specialize in different things. So going through the cohort together, you can support each other. But then once you set up your business and once you start getting clients, if you're so specialized in social media, for example, but you get a client inquiry for inbox and diary management, and you have somebody from that cohort that does that, you're like, oh, I have the right person for you. And you instantly can start building your business with that, because you can work as an associate for each other, and or just pass the whole client on. So it just depends on what you do. So there's so much opportunity there for each other, A, to support each other, and B, just to kind of hang out together. And then once you're through the course, to continue to work together. I actually ran into somebody that I kind of started my journey with, that I did a course. I ran into her a few weeks ago at an event, and that got us talking, and we're probably going to do something in collaboration together soon, because yeah, she's back on my radar, and I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah.
know you're good at what you do.
And you're in a position now in your business where you bring VAs on and find clients for them. These are associates that work with you, which is how you've been able to scale your business, isn't it?
Exactly.
And really, so you've built this huge database. So people joining you for the webinar and potentially signing up for your course could end up working in collaboration with you, even because
Exactly.
as your business is growing even bigger, you have more needs for more different types of niches and different types of VAs. So I think I think for me, the big messages here, Ina's about to graduate from the VIP Creative Mastermind. And when people look at me, they think I just work with artists. And business is business, my friend, as my Jewish granddad say to me. Business is business. Creativity is in our nature as entrepreneurs and as neurodivergent entrepreneurs. And, it doesn't matter to me what business you're doing. I can help you. And you invested in that, and you're working with a load of creatives. But how's that been for you as well, for you coming through the mastermind?
It's been enlightening. It's been, I mean, when I met you all these years ago at Zaria's event, I knew I wanted to work with you back then, because I remember sitting down, we're doing our first mind map together on the ground in that nursery, I knew then I wanted to work through that. But it's just been such a journey, because you get my brain, you know how I take we're vibing at the same frequency, so which is really good. So then going through the mastermind, which is amazing, meeting all these amazing women that are so talented and all going through their journey, and also helping them a little bit with some advice from my business brain's perspective, which was amazing, and them helping me kind of open my mind for, where is it, painting.
Yeah.
And so, it's been so good, and finding my own creativity, because I never painted in my life until, well, in kindergarten and school maybe, but that was ridiculous. But doing my first painting in the retreat was it was so good. It was so much fun. And as you know, I went into the range 2 days later and bought all the experiments.
You and everybody else that comes here, yeah.
And it's lovely to be able to do that, because we are all creatives, even if that's being creative in your business with what you do, and painting for me just opens up that side of the brain to, when I'm getting stuck, I just let's just paint and see what happens, and then you get new ideas.
And I think hopefully that's what you carry forward with the people that are going to be coming to you now. And what you just said there about vibing at the same frequency, when people are coming to you that want to do this as a business, that can see that they've got skills in this area that they could help somebody with, know that brain, and you know how it works, and you know how to organize it, which makes you the expert now of being able to help them to build a sustainable, profitable business doing what they're already good at. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. And I think that's the key. If you're thinking about it at all right now, get yourself on this webinar, because Ina is your lady. This lady has come from not having a business to getting a couple of clients to having a 6-figure business and having lots. How many associates have you got working with you now?
6.
6.
And I'm just about to onboard my 7th.
So 7 in your team, yeah, and building it all the time. And I think that's the key. Yeah.
Yeah. The key is, in my opinion, you can't stop. I see so many VAs, once they get the clients and they're fully booked, they stop. I mean, stop advertising themselves. And I haven't done that. I'm still out there every day, selling my wares in one way or another. So I'm in people's brains, and which constantly brings me new clients, A, from referrals, and B, just because I'm visible. I had 3 new clients in the last 3 weeks, and I say clients always come like buses, it's just like, but it's constant, which is great, and it helps me. And I just want to go back a tiny step, because we're talking about me coming into the creative side, and I want to talk a little bit about the transferable skills, because people might be like, well, I'm a teacher. What skills do I have to become a VA? Loads. You're teaching people already. So, or even somebody that's creative, there are so many things you can do, every job that we have has some form of transferable skills, and it's just finding that.
Yeah. So somebody could be sitting there thinking, well, I'm not really great at anything, but you might be great at designing graphics. You might be great at putting colors together. You might be great at writing copy. You might be a natural. You might have those creative skills, and that can be monetized. Your skills, knowledge, and experience are what sets you apart from everybody else. And actually, this is now about monetizing that in a way that is comfortable for you, that fits in with your life, isn't it? That's how you help. Yeah,
exactly. It needs to be fitting in with you. And in the beginning, I only worked in the early mornings and in the evenings, before and after my job, and the weekends. That's how I. But it worked. So, but now I can take a few days out of my business, because I know my VAs just pick up the slack while I'm not here.
Exactly. You've just had a lovely holiday and everything just ticked over, didn't it? So what a great way to be. So Thank you so much, Ina. The link for the
you.
webinar is in the description. Any last comments for anybody who's thinking about this at the minute and doesn't know what to do?
Just come along. You got nothing to lose. Literally nothing. You know, it's a free webinar. If nothing else, you walk away with a giggle, because that's how I roll. We always have a laugh. Just do it. You know, and if you can't make the webinar tomorrow, I'm probably going to run another one in the next month. So, you know, just keep your eyes and ears open.
Yeah, go and join Neurobuzz. Yeah, Neurobuzz, isn't it? The group, your group. Go and follow Ina on all the platforms and stalk her. She did have a bit of a problem on Facebook, didn't you? We just
Still do
that, yeah. So business problems happen all the time, and you know, Facebook, which is like years of building a network, and you've actually rolled with it, haven't you? That's been a big lesson. So
after a little kind of last week, I was just like, I just need to set up a new account until this is resolved. So I'll see how it goes.
But again, you're going to bring that into your teaching now of what happens if everything goes wrong. What happens if you lose your, you know, a social media platform? How do you bounce back from that? And I think it's that these things give us more and more experience and enable us to share those with the people that we're teaching and that we're helping. So do sign up for the webinar. It will be awesome. Do not miss out on this, even if you're thinking about it. It's what, an hour of your time? Don't miss out.
Yes.
And it's been lovely to speak to you today. Thank you, Ina, for joining me.
Lovely speaking to you too.
Can't wait to see how it goes.
Okay.
Bye for now, everyone. Thank you.